Hello and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's good to be here and I hope you're doing well. We're going to get into some more trouble with Terracards today, and we're going to be doing a challenge run. So the challenge run we're bringing today to the channel is the Straight Line Challenge. Now, admittedly, I have done this on the channel before, but it was with a previous version of the game, before the reroll cost was tweaked, before some of the new additions have been added, and so on and so forth. So I think it's fresh and good to bring yet another straight line challenge to the channel. The rules are simple. We can only build left and right. Can't build up and down, and it does of course make completing production chains more of a challenge. And it also makes maximizing production chains a challenge and doing things like nullifying water costs and so on and so forth. So we're going to jump right in and we're going to see how well we do in this most current and modern version of the game. With that being said, if you are new here, folks, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. I'd be really happy to have ya. Would love to have you, actually. And we are building an awesome community of awesome people, and we'd love to have you part of that awesome community. And one more kind of a housekeeping thing. I did recently reimagine my audio setup here, folks. So I got a new microphone, I got a new audio setup going. Please let me know if the sound quality seems as good as, or perhaps even better than some of my other videos. Really trying to improve the overall sound quality. This is a dynamic microphone, so it's a little less sensitive as far as some background noise going on. So please provide any feedback you might have on that. Anyways, here we go. We're gonna get some corn. I think corn's a strong play. I mean, really, the focal point of, cash crops, right? High value crops, high value solutions is going to be important in this. The corn adjacency bonus obviously is one thing to kind of be concerned about, given you can't surround it. But I think that's going to be okay. Maybe if we can get a few islands of corn in here with a melter. I think popcorn does a great job, especially early game, and staving off some of the economic woes that you tend to experience. But we're going to find out. We're kind of subject to what we get. We definitely want to build up our rerolls if at all possible. So I'm going to take more water wells here. You notice I did skip over sunflowers. I don't see the utility in sunflowers here, particularly for this challenge run. The problem with them is they're just finicky, right? You don't want to put them next to structures. And we might just be forced into using structures in a way that we kind of haven't before, just based on the challenge rules. So we'll see. We're going to go melter here. I think melter makes a lot of sense. And let's just continue to pump up the water wells. So ideally, I'd like to go corn. We'll do melter here. Look for a fuel solution. Probably fuel corn would be our best fuel solution. And we could even consider going maybe peanut cows here with a crusher. And then another island of peanuts here. I think that makes sense as well. So why don't we go ahead and get this infrastructure in place. Our cute little cows turn into peanut cows because they love to eat the peanuts. Mill rabbit doesn't really do much for us, but more corn is an excellent selection here. So we're going to go ahead and take that and continue to fill our islands with the cows. Still looking for a fuel solution here, folks. We do have a melter, which does go well with peanuts. If we can get them crushed, that is, of course. So we'll see what we can do. I mean, really, there's no other rule. There's no restrictions as far as which cards I can use or essence rewards or things of that nature. The only rule here is let's just make sure that we build in a straight line. And that's it. Making some modest income here early on, going with corn, which is nice, but as you can see, our water is quickly becoming a challenge. So let's see if we can get our water solved here. So for our first essence reward, we get Home Sweet Home. I think that's a good one, given there's very limited space for animals anyways. So let's go ahead and throw that down, and really what I'm waiting here for is a water solution. So we do have blue wheat. I love a watery tree is what I'd love. So let's see if we can roll into it. More peanuts would be a great grab, but we need a watery tree. Water cow is a potential option as well. I mean, we could go with more water wells. We certainly could. I don't love that, but it's right there, and I don't feel like getting into a heavy re-roll purgatory, if you will. So let's just throw that down to sort of save our water costs. We do get our last water well here. You love to see that. And our water production has been effectively saved, and we actually roll into a watery tree as well. You love to see that, folks. It's going to buy us some more time for sure. So let's get the watery tree right here on the Peanut Island. Get a nice little boost, and we're going to go ahead and hold on to this other one here. So what I'm thinking is going probably more peanuts here, and then more cows here. So we'll make a double batch of peanut cows. We can get a melter here on this island, which will pull the peanuts in. If we can get a crusher, probably need 2 crushers, unfortunately. It's just kind of the way that it works out, but that's going to be okay. We really want to get our fuel solved so we can start getting some popcorn production. It's very lucrative, so we want to do that. Apple trees do work with peanut cows. It's not really a great solution for us, giving the intensive water cost. Another watery tree. I think a fool skips a watery tree this early on when water is this precarious, right? So what are we doing here? Why don't we throw another corn island here? I don't necessarily want to expand too broadly with it. Sort out another watery tree right there, sure. More cows, definitely an option. I would like a fuel solution here, please. Game. Medium fence. Giant carrot. Rabbit crow. We do get the crusher. Let's go ahead and grab that. Although it's going to take resources that we don't necessarily have at the moment. And that's fuel. So we're still looking for some fuel. Could get another crusher here, so it can all feed into the same melter. But before we go crazy with that, let's get a fuel solution. Here's fuel peanuts. It's not the ideal fuel solution given that we have the melter on the field. So let's see if we can't get some fuel corn. Fuel wheat. We're getting all fuel solutions except fuel corn. I don't really like going crazy on the rerolls, but we just need fuel corn and we get it there. That's excellent. So as far as the melter goes, let's think about this for a second. If we have a peanut island right here as well, it's going to need to be crushed. So it's actually not an ideal peanut island. However, this is okay. So obviously we do need a melter here. And then once we get some more peanuts in place here, we can throw another crusher down there. But we want to conserve our fuel so far. So let's go ahead and build a fuel corn island here. Need to make the best use of our space as possible. More peanuts, you bet. Now we're finally getting some fuel production, and likewise peanut butter and popcorn. Has anybody synthesized both peanut butter and popcorn before? I can't quite recollect myself ever doing that, but it sounds like a pretty rich combination for sure. Especially if said popcorn is buttered. Wheat chicken. I mean, water chicken is a decent water solution as well. It needs corn. We have corn. Let's grab a few water chickens. I like that just to kind of help supplement our water production. We do have enough fuel for a crusher here, so we can get more peanut cows in this fence here. Gluttonous feast. We have veganism, and then we have popcorn. The popcorn buff is excellent to grab here, especially with our home sweet home doing what it does. Let's throw in some water chickens. And it looks like we're going to be able to maximize, animals here. Let's see, what's the production looking like on this island here? It's got 11 with this corn, so a watery tree is actually going to do decent on that island. So let's go ahead and throw it down. Sheep mill crusher. We need none of the above. We don't need a melter. An antenna is interesting for a quick energy solution. But I don't think we're there yet, really. Carrot King Crab. Popsicles do work with peanut cows. So if we take a look here, we could throw some popsicles right here on this island. And it's going to up the production. I like that. I like that. It's a production increase that doesn't increase the water cost, right? So I think it's a smart move. We're going to do that. We're going to have to learn how to play a bit differently here. We're making a modest amount of income so far. But as you all know, that doesn't tend to last. So let's roll into something a little more impactful here. We do get more popsicles. That's an interesting prospect. I mean, we don't have a ton of room on this island here with the peanuts. Looks like we have one spot remaining. Yeah, one spot remaining. So it's not going to be the most resourceful use of popsicles. So let's go ahead and move off of that idea. Although it is a good idea. More watery trees. I'll take more watery trees. Feel like you just can't quite have enough of them. We'll throw another one down right there. And what I'm looking for here now, folks, is I think what we need is more cow or some kind of impact animal that'll really help. Field cow here. And that does really well in just helping solve our fuel problems, potentially. We have the blue wheat, which of course goes with the chickens for electricity. So what if we did... If I do a chicken, it gives an electric egg and plus 40 energy. So I don't know if we get... I mean, we have an open fence here. I'd like to be able to utilize that. If we went with some blue wheat... Let's go blue wheat. Well, let's just see. I mean, who's saying that we can't put sunflower right here, right? What if we get wheat expansion? Then I think we effectively solve a lot of our issues, except for now we need electricity. So that was a bit of a miscalculation on my part, and it's going to force us into having to find an electricity solution before the blue wheat starts dying. So I'm thinking an antenna. Maybe just a regular sheep. Electric carrots will do. They will. So let's get our blue wheats down so we have a better chance to draw some electric carrots. And we get them on the board. So as far as electric carrots go, I mean, this is not the most ideal spot for them because we could roll into some more peanuts and throw them there. We could go sunflower here, of course. This island is set up well for additional corn, of course, as well. So why don't we expand down this way? If we think sunflower, blue wheat. Let's get our electric carrots down. This will help prevent our blue wheat from dying out, which is good. Get a bird nest here. So this is what I was thinking. If we go with some chickens here, we get a bird nest here, we're going to be able to get chickens every turn, first and foremost. But then also get things like electric eggs. We'll get some water eggs for additional water production. I think it makes sense. It's a good play. So let's go ahead and do that. And for this fence here, we can look at all kinds of things. Cows, we can look at sheep for additional energy. We can look at chickens, of course, too. Let's take some more corn. That makes a lot of sense. We're going to go all the way down to this end of the island here. And what you're going to notice is, of course, the need to strafe kind of left to right quite a bit in this particular challenge run. There's not much I can do about that, folks, beyond just not attempting the challenge at all. And I want to bring you another challenge run. It's been a while since we've done one. A water cow. We have sugar cane. None of these are really going to do much good right now. Field cow. Sunflowers. Yep, you bet. Cow deluge, paste bloom, and Dionysian rites. Plus 40 water cost to cows. I think that really does hurt us. Let's go Dionysian Rites. I think it's a safe play. And then I think we just want to focus pretty heavily on animals here. Because we do have Home Sweet Home, right? That was the first essence reward that we got. It's a good essence reward to make use of, and especially this here watery tree. Our favorite combo. We can't quite maximize it like we've been able to do in other runs, but that's okay. We're looking very, very strong and mighty on our overall resource production. More blue wheat. More cows. Let's take more cows. More cows are very important because we have the fence space for them. So let's just load it up there, folks. This is also a good fence for chickens as well, and we have plenty more fences in our hands. Get chickens. I like chickens. We're going to throw chickens right here. And I believe they lay electric eggs if I'm correct. Get a water egg. Get a regular egg. What's the deal? If fed to a chicken, it gives an electric egg, which gives plus 40 energy. Okay, so it must just be a thing that's just giving us straight energy. Okay. So how are these chickens producing? Not tremendously, which is okay. We have plenty of fence space. So what's a good way to maximize a chicken build? Drunk chicken? Yeah. I don't think so. I don't necessarily want to completely pump this fence full of chickens. So we're just going to roll here grapes. I like the idea of grapes. Let's grab some more peanuts because we have the infrastructure in place for peanuts already. And we get them. So let's just fill in these spots here to just get a little bit more peanut butter production. This island is full. Okay. So as far as additional crushers and melters go, I think as far as just additional peanuts go, we can just go ahead, throw them there on that island. Fisherman's hut might allow us to transition into penguins, which I think we've seen them and they're pretty strong. Let's grab a fisherman's hut. I like playing around with this. We're going to just do this with the fisherman's hut. Give it some adjacency. Give it some peace and quiet. To just catch some fish. Silo melter. Don't really need that. Here's some more cows. Giant sunflower. I'm sure we'll be seeing that again. We're going to take advantage of the cows. And namely, the peanut cow. Got plenty of room for some additional cows. They produce pretty well. 37k. Rabbit apprentice. This is going to give us some more cows every single turn, which is great. We can also get elite cows, which does plus 10 production and double the value for items produced. I think you have to take elite cows, especially with the presence we have of cows on the farm. Making a good amount of peanut butter at 22k. It's definitely our staple crop so far. So I'm looking for lakes. I'm looking for penguins. I think we can make use of both of those. A carrots crusher. I mean, I suppose... it's just not worth it. Silo. Water tank. I think we can definitely find use for a water tank for sure. So let's go ahead and just fill this island out. Don't want to get too crazy with expansion. Plus 10 production for each empty adjacent space or lake. I don't necessarily love the cost of this. Just to throw a fisherman hut down, which really isn't going to do much for us. So let's just skip through that. Got some chickens. Let's see, what are the cows taking? The peanut cow occupies 2 slots. And we have, what is that, 8 remaining? Yeah, we're going to want to hold on to our chickens. It's a great spot for more peanut cows for sure. Okay. More cows, you bet. Absolutely. 100%. We'll grab more cows. Peanut cows for the win, folks. So again, how is the audio quality? Like I said, I got a brand new microphone. Well, not a brand new microphone. It's a different microphone. It's more of like a vocalist's microphone, if you will. So let's grab the penguins here. But how's the audio quality? Especially compared to my previous videos. Very curious to hear your thoughts. Please let me know in the comments field below. Thank you so much. More cows? Yeah, we could go more cows. I mean, we have elite cows. We are well kitted for cows. Okay. I see. It's got to be a cow first, and then it's got to turn into a peanut cow. Cows take 3, peanut cows take 2. So this fence is effectively full. Let's fill it with some more chickens here. And then we definitely want to get a spot for our penguins. So let's keep our eyes out for a lake. And let's also keep our eyes out for an opportunity to use our water tank here. I think we can... It does make sense to go... normal dairy cow here. So I think what we can do is we can throw down a fence right here. We can get our cows in here. And then we can use the power of the elite cow or perhaps the crazy cow even. So we did just get some grapes. Alright. Alright, yep. I like that. Let's see if we can get like a carrot yogurt production. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll certainly see. Definitely want to watch the water cost. Crazy cows are going to be insanely high in water cost, especially with no support around them to reduce it. So we're going to have to be careful. But I love the prospect of going crazy cows here. So let's get some grapes down. Whoops, selected the penguin there. Let's get some grapes down. And let's see if we can't juice them and ferment them. Add another island here with potentially a small fence, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there, of course. So really, we just need 2 spots open here. We can throw down our water tank here to get even more grape production while keeping the spots open that we need to. So let's just fill this up with cows. If we're going all in on crazy cows, we're going all in. It's either that or we go the pasteurizer route, right? So if we go the pasteurizer route, we need the pasteurizer, then the fermenter for the yogurt. If we go crazy cow, we don't need that. They just produce yogurt for us. I'm kind of leaning in the crazy cow direction, but we're going to need some support from a water standpoint for sure. So let's see what we can get here. More fuel corn, more fuel wheat. Rabbits, not really part of the kit. Fuel cow, not part of the kit either. I mean, giant cow, so that's an option as well. We could go with some giant cows. Their water cost is excessive, though, at 25. But maybe there's a way that we can get a lake and help it out. So let's see. This might not be the best idea, but we're going to find out here, folks. 83k, bright corn. Corn costs no water, but it uses energy. We have plenty of energy, and that will actually help our water reserve. It gives us more gold for our corn. Let's go ahead and do that. That sounds like a really strong essence reward for this particular challenge and kind of the field that we have before us. We're going to get some giant cows out there as well. Not producing crazily, but a little bit better than our regular cows. We do get a lake here. This is tremendous. We're going to play the lake right here. And you know what that's going to enable us to do, folks? It's going to enable us to, of course, start getting penguins out there as well. So things are starting to come together here pretty well for us. So let's throw the lake down. It'll give us a lot of water back. Although it would have been nice to get it on the crazy cow pen. It's just not the way it worked out. But think of it as a way to, of course, just add more overall water for the advent of the crazy cow once we get there. Centrifuge pasteurizer. So we either go pasteurizer fermenter or we go juicer fermenter. That is the quandary. I'm kind of leaning toward crazy cows, man. I've been using them the past few playthroughs. They're kind of growing on me. The additional blue wheat here does give us more water, of course. We're in a pretty strong water position here that you love to see, of course. So we're going to keep with this vibe right now. Juicer, yep, you bet. We're doing it. It might be the downfall. Let's see if we can do some rough math here. So we got 3. I don't know how many cows we have in there. Probably 10. So we're looking at 30 water cost, right? Crazy cow is going to cost 32. Yikes. So that's 300 if we have 10. 320. I mean, just in looking at it quickly, I think we can handle that. Not that big of a deal. It's 10 fish production for each empty adjacent space or lake. So you put a fisherman's hut right there, you're going to get some fish production. I do believe, let me just take a peek at the penguins. They're still a little new to me yet. Adjacent island crabs, 4 times production per empty adjacent space or lake. Yeah, so if we put a fisherman's hut right here, it will cut into the overall production of our penguins, and we don't want to see that. So let's go ahead, just to promote more fish production for our penguins to consume. Let's put another fisherman's hut down here at the end. I think that makes a lot of sense. All right, let's end our turn there. Do get some more penguins, get some more blue wheat too. Really not much happening with the blue wheat at the moment. If we get some more sunflowers, we can probably start another little blue wheat farm. Also looking for another watery tree, of course, too. Here's our juicer. So let's start juicing our grapes. We get more penguins. Yep, we'll take them. Let's see. Grape juice. Making nice 4K. Making 100K a turn. I mean, we're doing good. We're hanging in there. We haven't done something insane like use an Easter bunny, right? But as this thing sort of barrels towards the end game, we definitely have to have very stalwart water solutions available to us. And economy solutions, frankly. More sunflowers, yep. That's going to help us with our overall water production. Because it is going to be an event in this one when we turn them cows into crazy cows. It's an event that scares me a little bit, not gonna lie. But that's okay, that's why you build such a strong water reserve as we have here. And we of course have some extra sunflowers that we can use. And that we're gonna use, of course. We're gonna go right here with it. I'm gonna go more sunflowers here. And more blue wheat here. Solar panels. So this will give us more electricity if we pair it up with our sunflowers, but we don't want to do that. Water tank. I mean, you can make the argument for a water tank here. We have one in our hand that we're not using. So let's look for something a little more impactful. Easter bunny. It's a way to kind of make the income future-proof, but it feels like cheating, doesn't it, folks? So we're not going to do that. Popsicles. It's not really a good spot on the farm for them. Here's the fermenter. All right. We are on the precipice of an anticipated event here. Let's get that fermenter in our hand, but first, before we leave, let's throw down the sunflower and over for the fermenter here. So we're going to get some wine production, and we're going to take a look at what this does for us. 95k, keep that number in mind, and 930, also keep that number in mind. Alright, like a bassy chorus here, the crazy cows come in. And next turn, we're going to get a good idea of what their production is at. We actually gain water. That can't be. That's nonsense. There's no way we gained water going with crazy cows. Peanut Fest is a very useful one, though. Incredibly useful. We'll take that. There's no way we gained water. That's just simply not true. That's not possible. You're lying to me, game. There's no way we gained water. I mean, what changed? The only thing that changed is we went Crazy Cow, and then we went Peanut Fest, and now we're gaining water production. It just doesn't make sense, folks. I mean, 32. I can't explain it. Hard for me to explain, but I'm also not complaining about it either, because it really benefits us quite well. So here we go, down to the other end. This is a fine spot for our harmonious giant sunflower, which isn't going to be producing too high, but that's okay. We're unable to really take full advantage of our blue wheat sunflower combo, but of course we incorporated it rather in the build, because that is our jam for sure. A water cow, not really useful to us. Could go to apple tree. We could juice and ferment some apples for sure. We could do that. It's not very inspiring, but we could do it. And if we can do it, we will do it. Why not? What are we really missing out on in putting some apple trees right here? It'd be a very modest amount of income, but that's okay. We like a little product diversity, right? Everybody likes apple juice, apple cider. Transport tube. With our current setup, I can't really ideate a way to use that effectively, so we're going to skip by that. Another medium fence, we could certainly grab that. Be nice to get a few more lakes, though, admittedly. I don't like kind of surrounding our penguins here. So if we get more lakes, let's continue the expansion to the right here. But as far as an additional production island goes, let's take a look at the left. Far in this direction. I think we can safely get another fence down here. Play some cows. We've got a few of them. They, of course, do have some versatility. We get more penguins. That's excellent. We'll take more penguins for sure. Let's create a central island here with an apple tree. And another juicer. Maybe we can get some more crazy cows. Hard to say. Could also, of course, throw down a water tank. Why not? Gives us more water. That's the main reason I'm using it there. I mean, from our resource base, though, we're doing good. We have a nice amount of gold. We're hovering at, what, day 130, is that? Yep, you bet. And we're getting some penguins. I'd like to assess kind of where our overall income is at. Why don't we throw in some chickens here? A little extra production. Wait, these are going to be drunk chickens. Okay, yep, that's right. So we have drunk chickens now. When everybody on the farm gets drunk, folks. Peanut Gnome would be a nice addition. I don't think we have any fence space for him, though, right? So I filled it in with chickens, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So really the most impactful place. +1 production to crops in a 2-island range for every peanut butter produced on the farm. Okay, never mind. I take that back. I take that back. There might be some utility with the peanut gnome. However, we're just not quite there yet. So let's assess. Where is our money coming from? Fish, 35k. So the penguins, our little penguin island, it's just doing great. Really making a lot of income. Everything else is kind of mid. Popcorn, 23k. We'll take that. Milk, 5 grand. Yogurt, 90 grand. It's them crazy cows for you. Peanut butter, nice 50 grand. So we have a lot of diversity in product. Wine, another 20 grand. So as far as what we're making money on, we're not heavily reliant on one thing or the other per se. We have some diversity of crop. So let's grab some more grapes. And let's work our way down to the left side of our little colony here. Our very straight and linear colony. Grapes can be juiced, folks. So we're going to continue to just juice them right here. Why wouldn't we? This is everything in a 2-island radius. So this is going to really boost the production. So all this is creating peanuts now. Okay, so our grapes produce peanuts. Yeah, okay. We can't juice peanuts. We can crush them. Maybe we can set up another little operation here. Really what we want to do, of course, is get... Just take advantage of the increased production. Because what the gnome is actually doing is it's giving +1 production to crops in a 2-island range for every peanut butter produced on the farm. Well, folks, we're producing 4,000 peanut butter. Okay? So even if we don't ultimately convert the peanuts here to peanut butter, we're still getting a pretty decent production. See, 719 peanuts. That's just from these right here. Right? So, it's good. And it's working for us. Gluttonous feast. Every animal produces twice. Few grapes, but most of our grapes, no. Let's go with gluttonous feast. I think that's a fine play. We have a pasteurizer here. We'll go with the pasteurizer for sure. It'll give us the opportunity to grab some pasteurized milk. More blue wheats. Do we need more blue wheat? Yeah, we need more blue wheat. So let's grab some more blue wheat. More sunflowers? You bet. You betcha, game. We are all over that. Save a little space for a watery tree of the future, perhaps. So let's start filling out this island with the blue wheat as well. We are suddenly losing fuel. Hard to explain why. Why are we losing fuel, folks? Does anybody know? What changed? I didn't go field grapes, right? Now looks like we're back in the green for fuel. I don't understand that. Definitely don't. Juicer, we could use a fermenter. Here's a crusher here. Why don't we get a crusher? We can convert these peanuts here on this far left island into crushed peanuts, and then we can get a melter in place if the game so graciously blesses us with it. And start getting more peanut butter production. Here we go, there's some crushed peanuts. Little peanut gnome action as well. Here's some just regular wheat. Certainly haven't seen that in a while. Mixer is going to go well with like carrot yogurt, but that ship has kind of sailed. Here's a fermenter. That'll be good. We'll grab a fermenter. And let's pop the fermenter right here. Give us some more yogurt. Actually, it won't, because the cows are producing peanuts as well, including the giant cow. So I did a video some time ago, folks, about the giant peanut butter cow, right? That was back when the, production quality really wasn't what it is today. From a sound quality, right? I've learned a lot in just the month I've been doing this about how to increase the production quality of sound. But in that early video, right, I tried to essentially convert, giant cows into peanut butter cows, and let's just say it didn't work, right? Let's grab weed expansion. It didn't work. However, I might have found a solution. Giant peanut butter cow right here. Look, it's creating peanuts. Giant peanut cow. Either way, I think we're doing really well here, folks. We're at day 163. We got the right essence rewards. I mean, we got Home Sweet Home early, which really helped us out, of course. And it really allowed us to sort of dedicate our build to animals. I was kind of curious, kind of the direction that the build would take. It's often wise to depend on what essence rewards you get. And of course, we got ourselves a real good one right out the gate. Ager here. It's not going to do us any good because we're producing a bunch of peanuts. More giant cows, more sunflowers. Let's go more giant cows. We don't need more sunflowers. Actually, don't need giant cows either, if I'm being frank with ya. That's okay. Maybe we'll get another fence here. And there goes our fuel production again. That one's a real head scratcher. Anybody know what's going on with that? Or is anyone's guess as good as mine? Not sure, but it seems to have corrected itself. For whatever reason, it just corrected itself. Crabs is interesting. Let's grab a medium fence here, though. Let's grab a medium fence, and let's go ahead and let's get another fence of cows right here. The cows are very strong, folks. I think we all knew that, but they're strong enough really to make an impact even in a straight line challenge. Of course, it helps to have, elite cows, gluttonous feast, things like that. It certainly does help. If we can get a transport tube right here, that might be good. Let's keep our eyes out for a transport tube. Let's get an apple tree. Let's throw a water tank. Let's throw 2 water tanks down right here. And let's get some apple tree adjacent to our cows. Well, would you look at that? Oh, scalded milk. Okay, yeah, I was like, wait, thought for a moment like the pasteurizer or whatever had 2 range. It doesn't, but the melter does. So we're even getting scalded milk production from this island here. It's a very centralized, lucrative island for us. And we're making a nice killing here. We didn't even have to go Easter Bunny. That was kind of my win condition in the previous straight line challenge that I did. Transparently enough. Some meager beginnings, and then we found the lovely Easter Bunny. Arboreal Bounty, Veganism, Energy Spring. I think Energy Spring completely tanks us. Arboreal Bounty is decent if I don't plan on playing any more trees. So I think we can safely go with this one. It's going to just greatly skyrocket, but of course it restricts each island to only 1 tree. That means 1 watery tree, 1 apple tree, 1 olive tree, whatever. Whatever tree we're looking at. Scalded milk, more peanut gnomes, sugar cane. That ship has kind of sailed as well. Let's just grab more medium fences. Don't really have a need for the chickens either. Looking for a transport tube for sure. Ager. We could use the Ager. We just need a fermenter then. So let's throw the Ager down right here. Melter, sunflower, church, mixer. Not really of use to us. We have weed expansion. There's no really adjacent sunflower spots for our blue wheat. I guess let's grab the beans. Don't love that, but we'll grab it. And here we are, folks. Day 190. It's the last stretch. It's the home stretch here, folks, and we're going to take this across the finish line. Here's a fermenter. We'll take that. Let's get another final production product here with the apple cider. Solar panel, bird nest, melter, water cow. Finally get a barn. I feel like we haven't really seen many barns. So peanut gnome plus giant cow equals giant peanut cow. Just remember that. So my speculation long ago when I did that video was not wrong, per se. Misguided? Sure, absolutely. Uninformed? Oh, you betcha. Wrong though? Maybe not. Alright, so this is where our boreal bounty is going to work against us, but I mean, look at the production of these apple trees, right? 162. So it's got double water tank there, but 162 for each apple tree. That is the power of our boreal bounty. And water tank, obviously. Because just straight up, we're only getting 2 apples, right? So it's the water tank, and then it's the arboreal bounty, which just doubles it further. But as you see here, it does not let me place another tree in this island. So just keep that in mind before grabbing that essence reward. It definitely has its utility. It's definitely strong. But you got to be careful with it, for sure. Cow Deluge will take it and basically completely destroy our water reserves here. Looks like they changed this up a little bit. It's again a reminder that the game is still, amazingly enough, in early access. But it's a great game, and I know you folks enjoy the Terracards content, so I'm happy to bring you the Straight Line Challenge, which we have successfully completed here, at least to day 200. You know that that's generally the goal that I have on the channel, to get to day 200. Maybe someday we'll go for as long as we possibly can, but I do know that the performance issues of the game and the lag issues kind of become a problem, and I don't want to subject you to that. But that is the Straight Line Challenge here, folks. Another one complete. In summary, obviously corn is a very good opening crop for this. I think the peanut cows did well for us. Crazy cows obviously are very strong if you can support them from a water cost. And how are we able to support them from a water cost? Well, of course, the glorious watery tree and the nice blue wheat sunflower combo really propels us and gives us, you know, future-proof energy and water production. But that's going to wrap up this video today, folks. A last reminder, please let me know on the audio quality. Really curious how you feel about this new microphone that I have. Is it better or worse than what you're used to on the channel here for Terracards videos? Please let me know. Like and subscribe if you are enjoying the content. Got plenty of Terracards content here. right here on this channel. So if you like the game, this is definitely a good channel for you, as I'm coming out with content frequently on the game. If you're just viewing and you're not subscribed yet, please consider joining our awesome community of awesome people. Been building that since day one, and we're rolling. And we'd love to have you, so consider joining. With that being said, folks, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your viewership. Let me know in the comments, what would you have done differently? Love to hear from you. Thanks. Bye.